All right, Alexa, thank you. It's 8:15 right now, a standoff between the MTA, Governor Hochul, and the Trump administration after Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy revoked congestion pricing.
The MTA wasted no time heading to court to file papers to prevent those tolls from being stopped. Opponents of the plan, meantime, breathing a sigh of relief, including our next guest, New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer. So, Congressman, great to see you. I was texting with you right after the moment this dropped yesterday. The question I have for you, I guess, really is the timeline, right? And it seemed confusing yesterday with when, if not, the tolls would stop. The governor comes out and says the cameras are staying on. What are your thoughts?
Now, listen, I think the great news is the congestion tax right now is over for families, and it's a huge win for hardworking folks. $9 a day saved, going back into their pocketbooks. That's $2,300 a year. And obviously, you and I have been talking about this for a very long time. This has been a long fight, and it's a huge win, obviously, and it'll help northern New Jersey with the traffic spikes that we've been experiencing by the GW Bridge since the congestion tax went into effect. Now, I think ultimately this will get up to a federal judge in terms of the timing. I think New York should get ready to reimburse. If they keep those cameras on, which they said they want to, they're getting ready to reimburse after the judge, obviously, I believe, will find in our favor and stop the congestion.
What's the timeline for that?
Well, I think that gets worked out with the judge and with the federal government working with New York. But the big news is the decision that was made, which is to stop the congestion tax, to help hardworking folks and make sure all those nurses and electricians and everyone else who commutes in every day and was getting whacked pretty hard, all those Jersey families and those from the outer boroughs, and are going to get relief. That's a good thing.
I mean, it's a win for you and the folks who feel the same way as you. Huge win
for Jersey.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, huge win for Jersey.
Don't mess with Jersey, right? That's the takeaway here. We're going to win in the end.
Yeah, I mean, but let's be honest, this isn't over, right? This isn't over. It's going to continue. So do you feel like there's any compromising at this point?
I think it's over. I mean,
You think it's over?
I think the judge is going to find, they're going to go to court. The judge is going to say that's a decision that's been made. We obviously, in New Jersey, we've got separate legal challenges moving. We've got bipartisan legislation in Congress as all backup plans. I think this is over, though. I think the judge is going to, when they go to court, is going to say, shut it off. And so I think that's where this thing's going.
Okay.
And we're going to save people a lot of money. And to your point, we've got a lot of backup plans moving as we have all along.
So yes, and TBD on the timing of the court case. You're saying it's over, but technically people are still getting charged as of today. So I want to ask you about this, though, because part of the argument from Governor Hochul and the MTA is the Trump administration made the decision for New Jersey when it's a policy made by New York State. So here's what Governor Hochul had to say about the move.
I don't care if you love congestion pricing or hate it. This is an attack on our sovereign identity, our independence from Washington. We are not subservient to a king or anyone else out of Washington.
And so she's referencing this, Congressman, right? This post by the White House right here, where if we can drop that banner for a second, it says, "Long live the king" here. And this is something that the White House put out, President Trump calling himself apparently a king because of this. I wanted to get your reaction to this because it is involving congestion pricing here.
Obviously, that's absurd. Although I would say, Governor Hochul, what's amazing is we've had this cooperative relationship together, right? New York and New Jersey, called the Port Authority, where the bridges, our tunnels, our airports forever. And New York just decided on our own just to whack Jersey families, didn't ask our opinion, didn't sit with us at the table. Not a nickel of the congestion tax is going to Jersey. And you have no choice when you go through the Lincoln and the Holland Tunnel. You're in the congestion zone. You got to go to work. When a nurse goes to work every day, right, he or she doesn't have a choice to decide, oh, I can't pay this. Like, they have to pay it. So, I mean, I would just say they made a decision without ever working with us. And I also thought what Governor Hochul said that New Jersey is, people aren't forced to come into New York City. I don't know if you saw that quote as well, which I thought was a huge slap in the face to all hardworking folks who go into New York every day and support the economy, or that's where their jobs are. They're getting medical care there. And so I don't know, does New York not want New Jersey people to come in anymore?
I hear you. That's just a different question from the president's calling himself a king and something that worked in your favor.
No, I said that post is absurd.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I think this was a effort that, Governor Murphy, we have all these, all of our communities, we've had lawsuits. We've been fighting this thing for 6 years. It has been an unbelievable team effort. And I want to give credit to, like, the mayor of Fort Lee and all these families who've joined in and all these organizations who've joined in to fight this fight. And that's why I think, again, what you saw yesterday, ultimately huge win for Jersey families, for those out of boroughs in New York, for Westchester, for all these people who are getting hit so hard, whacked with this new tax. This will be a huge savings, people, huge cost savings. I'm all about lower taxes and lower costs for families, and yesterday was a very big win for in these times of higher prices, saving people money.
Can we pick apart Secretary Duffy's letter? He says the tolls are illegal because they raise money for the MTA and not for the roads. He also mentioned that the impact on New Jersey drivers. So really what makes this different from some of the lawsuits that you previously filed to prevent congestion pricing from going into effect?
One of the things he also said was this wasn't about actually mitigating traffic. It was about a cash grab for New York. I don't know if you read that part, which is what we've been saying all along, right? This was not, the MTA is one of the worst run mass transit systems in the country. Lost $700 million last year to fare skippers, actually more than $700 million, people who rode and didn't pay. 50% of people riding the bus in New York aren't paying. And what did they do? They turned to New Jersey and said, well, you pay for the mess we have here. And I think that was the point, part of the point of the letter was this is just a cash grab. It's not actually doing anything to mitigate traffic in a lot of areas in the region, including in northern New Jersey, right, by the GW Bridge, where we've seen an increase in truck traffic since the congestion tax, which is what we predicted. It's what the MTA said would happen. So, I think that was the big point here.
Yeah, again, I just got to go back to the timeline because court cases, we're seeing it, we saw it with other cases, not just congestion pricing, just court cases in general take a very long time to come to a conclusion. We're seeing it play out real time right now with Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, right? So what is a realistic...
I think a difference here, right? Because you can go and file to get an immediate injunction on them continuing to charge people.
Right, but we're years into this. We're years into
it. I assume part of the strategy will be saying, and obviously this is up to the governor of New Jersey and others to say, wait a second, the decision's been made here. You can't keep whacking Jersey families, and after a decision like this has been made from the Department of Transportation. I think that's going to be what's next. We'll see that play out. All I'm saying is they better keep close count of everyone they're charging, because I think everyone should get a reimbursement after, if they want to keep moving forward, they're going to have to, in my opinion, reimburse everyone.
I think commuters are going to be keeping track of how much they've been paying.
Just to be very clear, we got to go, but real quick, the reimbursement, not just from this point forward, you're talking about from the beginning.
No, a decision was made yesterday.
Okay, so from the decision on.
That will be up to the court. I'd love for them to reimburse everything, but at least from the decision yesterday,
got it.
You got at this point forward, people should get reimbursed. If they want to keep charging people, they better keep close count. And as you pointed out, I know the drivers will be.
Yeah. Congressman Gottheimer, always appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
See you.